Happy Thursday, everyone. We're going to talk about a classifier I shot on Thursday, 2401. Can you strong hand, weak hand at Lincoln? I usually only record the hat cam when I do my classifiers or really short courses. I think it's a convenient thing. Sometimes not everyone's available to video record. And what happens a lot of the time is someone will record both stages at once, and then I got to split it up. I do all my editing at the match, right? I don't edit at home until I come and do the breakdowns and stuff like that. But one of the things I wanted to talk about is my coach actually picked up my camera and filmed me, and then he handed me the camera, and he broke down my videos yesterday. He broke down one video yesterday for me and one the day before. And I got back to him this morning on it. And one of the things that we talked about was how I probably need to start recording both views of my classifier so I can see my feet work and all that other stuff. And he explained to me that the strong hand, weak hand classifier has a lot of the fundamentals of gun handling in it. And I pretty much nailed all of it. So I'm going to break that down at the end of this. And one of the things I'm going to go over is the way I shoot up close, 3 yards, strong hand, weak hand. The difference, mine was a Carry Optics win, and it was second overall. Michael Lee actually got a GM run on it. He was 0.3 of a second quicker. And it came down to his reload and his transfer on the weak hand. I looked at the video, and that's where it seems to he made up all his time. They didn't sync the tablets, so I couldn't look at the splits. But it seems that's where he made up his time. And 0.1 of a second count on classifiers. And if you're throwing extra shots, 5 extra shots is a second, is almost a second. So shoot what you can see, call your shots. But one of the things I do when I shoot these up close strong hand, weak hands, and it's 3 yards or less, when you start to get back farther, the transition angle closes up, and I don't think it applies. So if I'm going to do strong hand first, I'll start on the left side. I'll engage all the way around. I'll do my reload, and then I don't have to reach across my body to start again. I actually shoot the target that's right there in front of my strong hand. I do the same thing for weak hand. I'll start on the right side. I'll work my way left. I'll do the reload, and I'll punch the gun out to the left side. So I feel like this saves 0.1 of a second, and it saves the extra transition across your body. So check it out. This is just the way I shoot it, and I just wanted to share it with you guys. So I'll break down the video here in a little bit, and I'll post it. We'll catch up with you guys later, and I hope you guys all are doing what you love, shooting guns this weekend. All right, here we go. So here's the breakdown for strong hand, weak hand, and this is how I like to shoot it. As explained in the preview to the video, I start on the left and then I work to my strong hand side and I transfer. So a couple other things I want to show you guys here is the way my feet are lined up. I have that foot lined up at that target and that foot lined up at that target. So that way I don't have to shuffle my feet. It's very easy for me to do my transitions. And what I'm doing here is I'm actually looking at the center of the target. That's what I'm focused on. And what I'll do is I'll actually run this full speed at the very end. I'm looking at the center of the target. And that's all I'm looking at. So I'm going to get into this topic later, is subconscious shooting. I'm a big believer of it, and that's one of the disciplines that I actually practice. And so if you look at all my videos, I believe everything's based off the draw and your index. So this is actually me shooting in speed mode. The sight confirmation is there, but it's very brief and very little. It's not like I'm shooting a skunk at 20 yards. It's 3 to 4 yards. It's probably 3 yards or less. And it's not index shooting. There is there's a flash of red in the A zone, but I'm looking at the A zone here. And when I draw my gun, I'm actually pulling the trigger as I'm coming up because I shoot a double action, single action. So we will watch this in half speed. And what I do is I actually engage this target, this target, this target, that target. This is the strong hand side. I reload, and I'm already facing this way because that was the last target I shot. I reload, and then I punch the gun out, strong hand, and I transition back this way. We'll get to when I do the weak hand. So let's watch this in slow motion. This is half speed. So this is muscle memory right here, subconscious shooting. The draw, I do it plenty of times. I do my reload. I don't transfer across my body, and I punch out. So this, the other thing I do is I like to stand as close as I can to the fault line, and I'm literally like punching out at the target. It's like, you know, like when I draw the gun, I'm actually feel like I'm punching out at it. When I come out for the first shot, whether it's transferring from weak hand or transferring from strong hand. So let's watch the head cam here, and we will watch that in full speed. Here we go. I don't transfer across my body. I start shooting strong hand because my body's already facing that way. So again, let me slow this down here. This is going to be the weak hand side. So I am focused on a spot on the target in the A zone. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw. I'm not even thinking about my draw. I'm just looking at the A zone. I'm going to get a slight confirmation in speed mode, a flash of red in the A zone. And I'm actually double action. I'm actually pulling the trigger as I'm bringing the gun up. I'm not bringing the gun up and then pulling the trigger. And this is for a double action gun. You can't do that on a single action gun, and you can't do it on a striker fired gun. So I'll engage that target, this target, this target. I will do my reload. Since this is the last target I'm shooting, I'll do my reload and transfer to my weak hand, and then I'll return the other way. And this saves extra transition of me reloading after this target and then transferring the gun over here, weak hand, and starting. I believe it saves tenths of a second. And in all theory, as you back up, like if I were to double the distance and this was to be like 8 yards, I wouldn't do it. I shot a classifier, I think at NCPSC, and it was like 10 yards. I didn't do this. I started both strings on this target. And it's because as you get farther back, the angle of the transition tightens up a lot. So let's go ahead and watch this. We'll watch it in slow motion, and then we'll watch the head cam in full speed. Here we go. I transfer. I don't have to swing back the opposite way. My body's already facing that way, and I work all the way back this way. And there's a nice little treat for you, Sydney. All right, so now we're going to watch this full speed.
Are you ready? Stand by.
Reload. I don't have to transfer the gun across my body, and I just work back in the opposite way. You guys, give this let me know what you think, and next time you shoot this, why don't you try it and see if you actually save any time or do any better. I've shot this classifier probably 3 or 4 times, and I'm always in the high A's. 82, 84, 86%. This is the first time I've got into the 90s, right? Really dialed in, been training a lot more live fire. The more you train, the better you get. So that's going to be it for now. We'll see you guys probably on Monday or Tuesday. I hope everyone has a great week.
Are you ready? Stand by. Are you ready? Stand by. Ready for the next string? Are you ready? Stand by. Hit done, show clear, forward. Are you ready? Stand by. Hit done, show clear, forward. 5, 8, 9.